I think when I started painting it, he had already passed away.
Do you call the mask the MF Doom mask, or is it now the Bebo mask?
It's the MF Doom mask, definitely. Shout out MF Doom.
Do you ever get any backlash for using the mask?
No. No. I hope I don't, too. Pretty much my take on it.
Now, as you're writing and coming up and making a name for yourself, do you ever get busted for graffiti? Can you please tell us about that first experience getting busted?
First time I got busted for graffiti, I was like 16. I got busted right behind like my crib and shit, like close to my area. It was the most, every time I get caught for graffiti, it was the most stupidest thing. Like, I don't know, I was in a battle with this other kid from the block, and like he had dissed my shit, so I want to go back and I want to go like diss his shit back or whatever. But when I was doing it, there was somebody across the street, because this shit was on a main street, off of Main Street. But there was a crib like that with apartments across the street, and I guess some guy was already like eyeballing me the whole time and had already called the cops. So I did that shit. I walk out or whatever, and I'm walking down the alley, and I'm trying to go hit another spot, and I see the fucking gang unit pull up. And I'm like, oh shit. And they pass by the alley a little bit, so I take off my backpack and I throw that shit over. But they're already like, I hear the car like, I'm like, fuck. So I toss my backpack or whatever, and I keep walking, and they arrest me. This guy really goes over the fence and just looks for the backpack and everything. So I get busted, and yeah, that was the first time I ever.
Did he find the backpack?
Yeah, they got the paint, they got the backpack.
Do they tell your parents? Do your parents find out?
Yeah, I got a citation for it. They had to pick me up from Rampart. It sucked.
That was your first time getting busted. Does there ever come a time when you go to jail and you're transported to jail for graffiti?
No, I was always to the station. It wasn't really too serious.
Have you ever been to Juvenile Hall?
Yeah.
Was that for graffiti-related crimes?
No. It was in 2007. Me and the homies, we would post outside of Belmont High School, because that was the high school that we would go to at the time. And we would wait for the homies that were still in school, because a lot of us that were outside there, we would never go to like 5th and 6th period. We would come back and pick up the homies. And we would like walk to and go kick it somewhere or whatever. So that day, we were all chilling right there, and the fucking school cops come through, and they arrest the homie for no reason. I guess they knew him or whatever, like he was already a familiar face to them. And they pretty much handcuffed him for no reason and put him in the cop car for a violation of I don't know what the fuck. So we were like, what the fuck did he do? He didn't do shit. So we were all mad and shit. We were talking shit to the cops. It was like some young dude. He wasn't young at the moment. He was older than us, but he was not that old. But it was him and his partner, which was a cop, which was a lady, I mean. And the girl was already tripping, like, oh, these kids are getting out of hand, these kids are getting out of hand. And we seen that, and the guy was already tripping on us. And my other homie, he was passing by while the other homie was in the cop car already. My homie Guts was passing by. He was with the other homie Psych, and he was passing by and like got in the mix for, I don't know how the fuck he got in the mix. And they ended up trying to arrest Guts. So we were playing tug of war with Guts over the rail that we were arguing over. And we were playing tug of war, and I guess like we managed to get Guts away, and he runs to the back, and by then all the backup was already on, like all the school police and shit. It was like 20 units that pulled up. And by then, like, school was out, the bell had just rang. So it was just chaos. Like, everybody that fucked with us was going at it with the cops. throwing bricks at the cops and shit, like everything. Like the cop cars are fucked up, like the ghetto birds are in the sky. You see Telemundo on the roof, like we're like, what the fuck is really going down? But yeah, like my homie ended up getting down with these cops. He took the baton from the cop, threw the baton, and started fighting these guys. He went like toe to toe with the cop. And the other homie Bowser, he was on the phone, on a flip phone, bro, recording that shit. Like, but the one of the cops had cracked him on the leg and took the phone. That shit's gone forever. I don't know what happened to it. But if we had that phone, that would have been evidence. Like, my homie didn't do shit. But yeah, like, that was the first time ever going to Juvenile Hall. We ended up going to Juvenile Hall with like 6, 7 heads.